So this area here has been mowed in 4 months. So we're going to go through with the Altoz now and see what we can do. G'day, Stu from Koala Services. We're just out at Boonah at one of our clients' plantations. This is the reason we bought the 2 Altoz, was to deal with plantations like this. Nearly all the plantations that we have are on floodplains, because if it was any good land then they'd have houses on it. So that's why we require the Altoz. So generally we go through with the Altoz, get it down like this, come back in 2 weeks, do another pass with the Altoz on a lower level, and then from there we come in with the hustlers to get it down back to a really nice park-like finish. They're a great machine. I nickname them the bulldozers because, as you've seen, they just get through and get it done. And then we go through with other machinery to get it down to a much nicer finish. But these things go down, get all bulldozed, and away we go from there. So in the past, we'd use 35, 40 horsepower tractors to go through. They were obviously very slow getting through. And we just found they leave massive tracks through low-lying areas like this. Then we went with a cabin version, and all we kept doing was just breaking glasses, unfortunately, windows glasses, as we went through with the tree branches hanging out. You can look at prices. These aren't a cheap machine, but also compared to a tractor, they're actually very well priced. They're a lot more manoeuvrable with the tracks. They just glide over low-lying areas like this through mud, water, obviously because they've got a lower centre of gravity. I've bogged a number of 4-wheel drive tractors, even with a bucket, trying to get that out. And the tractors were just slow, and these are a lot quicker. And the other thing is we can fit 2 Altoz on a trailer, which makes more sense than trying to lug around 2 tractors or just 1 tractor, 1 operator. So that's why we looked at the Altoz, and so far, business point of eyes, they've come through cheering. Okay, so we went with the 766i, which is basically a slasher deck. So it's got breakaway blades. It's 66 inches wide, which is great for 2 passes up these rows. With the breakaway blades and the slasher, it's rear discharge. So you don't get what you do, say, with like a hustler or a finishing mower, where it's trying to shoot everything out one side of the mower. So that way it lays it down and it just leaves it there, and then we come back and mow it in a couple of weeks' time. But with the slasher deck, it can handle all this thick stuff a lot better than anything else that I've personally found. Like I said, we've had tractors with slashers and or flail mower attachments, and they at times struggled a little bit, whereas this just keeps going through it. I've also purchased the 5.6i, which is only a 61-inch deck, a little bit smaller motor, a little bit slower, but it's more for that finishing type. So we can actually put proper blades, like a gator blade on there, which we can then use to get it very, very smooth, like park-like finish. But the reason I bought the 61-inch was sometimes in between the trees, I can't fit a 66, so the 61 fitted in, and that way we can keep going.